Hey, what's going on? Luke here, and as I've said in plenty of my previous videos, I'm here for Rugby League 26, and I'm here to analyse the little trailer that we got from the Super League. Now, I just want to preface this by saying that I did a little breakdown analysis of the NRL version, if you're expecting something crazy different to that one, you'd be mistaken, because this is pretty much the exact same trailer. However, it's just Super League sides. But what we do get is the fact that it's going to be in better quality than what we've seen with the NRL version, because all we've seen with the NRL version was that it was just someone filming off, the TV screens at the stadium for State of Origin, whereas this one is actually uploaded. This is the legitimate file that we're going to be seeing. Now, I've ripped it from Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, so I've taken it from that. There quite possibly could be a better version out there, but this is the one I'm going off, so I'm going to be taking a look at it, and I'll give my same assessments as I did with the NRL one. If you haven't seen it, go back and check it out, but probably just with a little bit less detail, or just things that I kind of forgot to mention. So we're going to go through and do like a quick run through right now. We're playing it. You can see there, like, this is, I was going to say a challenge cup, but it's not a challenge cup because it's Warrington up against Wigan, I'm pretty sure, and they definitely weren't playing in the final of the Challenge Cup. That definitely wasn't the case, but this is the cinematic entrance. We got to see a little snippet of it with the State of Origin. We saw Isaiah Yeo, we saw Cameron Munster. This is definitely different to what we had seen. Now, I believe this is supposed to be like a Challenge Cup. Maybe they had predicted what the Challenge Cup was going to be, but we see the same animation there, where the girl runs and does the big swan dive that you see a lot of the time in Rugby Union compared to Rugby League. We see the crossfield kick. This is pretty much the exact same animations, the exact same scenarios we've seen, and they've just chucked a new skin on it, essentially. But Dylan Edwards was the NRL version of this one. Instead, it's a winger. It makes more sense because it looks like a winger played, but we had Dylan Edwards in there last time. We have Wigan celebrating. We have the Kappa athlete. Like I said, though, it's essentially like the same trailer, except for at the very start of it, I will show you now. So this part, and then, all the little, I guess, like behind the scenes, all this sort of situation, it's a little bit different. We hadn't seen some behind the scenes parts in the NRL version, but we kind of expected it because the AFL game had some behind the scenes in the shed sort of clips, but all this sort of stuff, it definitely hasn't been there. But you know what? We have actually seen a little clip of just a general run out. So this is definitely the cinematic entrance, and I've seen a few people be like, oh, I don't know, is this just the run out? Is this what it is? No, like, this is the cinematic one, the same way as if I'm playing quick mode and I just go into Rugby League Live 4 and I select State of Origin mode, we're going to get a different run out. So that's their version of it. But they're like, the step, again, it's very, I don't know, it's a lot of recycled stuff from Rugby League Live 4, and I've seen your guys' comments, and some of you don't mind it, but a lot of you aren't too happy with it. But I think it's just a part of the fact that, like, this game coming out, I honestly just think that, like, we've got to be grateful the fact that there wasn't a game for 8 years, and for whatever reason, and another company that Ross from Big Hand has alluded to, that another company attempted it and weren't successful. So the fact that Big Ant have come in clutch and come up with the game, I think it's massive. And a lot of people are like, oh, the same guys who made Rugby 25 and all that sort of stuff. But realistically, I just want to point out the fact that there's the thing that I think a lot of people don't take in as a factor as to whether if Rugby 25 is good or if it's bad, is the fact that it's a lot of Rugby League guys who don't genuinely watch Rugby Union playing a Rugby Union game and then commenting on the fact that it's bad. Now, like, it quite possibly could be bad, but I feel like Rugby Union, a game itself, like, I actually think Rugby Union as a game is bad. I don't watch Rugby Union, I don't support Rugby Union because I don't find the game good. I just want to point out that little animation there. It's the Brian Toy celebration, but it's funny seeing, like, other people do it. Like, Xavier Coates, for the NRL version, is rising above and catching the ball, and then meanwhile you got, like, random dude in Super League doing it, and it's like, I don't know, I don't watch too much Super League, but I don't really like the clips that I see. It's usually kind of just a lot of offloading and just a little bit of individual brilliance rather than kick crossfield and a guy leaping above AFL style. It's kind of not their style, but I thought I'd just do a quick little video, just kind of giving a little bit of analysis, but if you want like a proper in-depth one, go check out my one from yesterday where I'm talking about the NRL version of it. Like I've said multiple times, this is pretty much the exact same, sort of trailer. It's pretty much the exact same scenario, except instead of NRL players, like you're seeing Xavier Coates, and I mean, I'll be honest, I don't even know who the player is, but we're just seeing like a random Super League guy. For us, for NRL fans, we're seeing like a random Super League dude. I mean, they could have used like Jordan Rapana or someone that we probably recognize, but yeah, they're just using like a random player. But what is actually different is the little cinematic entrance. So we got to see a little bit different. So like for the 80%, maybe 85, 90% of the trailer, the exact same, just reskinned. But in the NRL version, we got to see State of Origin. That was kind of the big selling point, I guess. And you can definitely tell that this wasn't supposed to be released, a week out. But at the same time, like the NRL one had State of Origin. Obviously, we haven't seen like the official HD version of it. But in terms of Super League, like I'm just glad that the Super League is getting behind it. And say what you will about the Super League, like is it run better than the NRL or run worse or whatever, all that sort of stuff. But the fact that they're getting behind the game and the NRL is just, it's been so lackluster. And some people are speculating that like, the game must be bad because the NRL is not getting behind it. But it's been shown in the past that regardless of the game quality, the NRL just doesn't get behind anything. Look at all the content creators who get the channels taken down for showing like half a second of highlights. It's just absolutely crazy. But I'm just going to play it one last time, see if there's anything that features that I just didn't pick up on. Someone had mentioned that like compression sleeves or like undershirts or whatever is a factor. Someone is wearing it. I mean, at this point, like all the cinematic entrances, I will say they do look a lot more TV-like. That little one that we just saw where it went from the Warrington player to the Wigan player, to me, it's pretty much what we saw State of Origin version. The big barge there, the big dive, everything that we saw in the previous games. I mean, you can see like the big little forearm sort of thing. Like I don't think we necessarily saw that in previous games. There's definitely some other ones. It was Mackinson, I believe he's a winger in possibly the England side. Yeah, like they've shown like a few different players there, but for the most part, they've kind of gone with the exact same scenario as the NRL. And I don't mind that, to be honest with you. But guys, we're gonna wrap things up here. Thanks for watching. This is my little trailer analysis breakdown. Nothing too crazy because I mean I did one yesterday and I was doing the NRL version and not too much has changed. So let's just roll with it. The game comes out in less than a week. Very exciting news. But hopefully you did enjoy this one. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, do all that sort of stuff. And stay tuned for more content on the channel. Like I said, I'm your home of Rugby League 26. I'm going to be uploading daily for bloody a good while at least. But get keen, guys. Thursday next week, 9 a.m. We're doing streams, going to be doing all that sort of stuff. This is the trailer, this is the analysis, this is the breakdown. And hopefully you did enjoy this one. Anyways, going to wrap things up here. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. See yous. Well, that's the end of this video. If you happen to enjoy it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe. You know the drill at this point. Everybody YouTuber says it. Just go ahead and do it. It'd really help me out. Also, why not go ahead and check out some of these other videos that are on the screen right now.